Hi, I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Cindy.
And we're here with another Feeding Frenzy for the Master Key System. We're on part 3, day 13.
12.
I keep wanting to say 13. Excuse me, day 12.
Right. All right. Conscious thought, then, is master of this sun center from which the life and energy of the entire body flows, and the quality of the thought which we entertain determines the quality of thought which this sun will radiate. And the character of the thought which our conscious mind entertains will determine the character of the thought which this sun will radiate. And the nature of the thought which our conscious mind entertains will determine the nature of the thought with which this sun will radiate. And consequently will determine the nature of the experience which will result.
That makes sense to me. Does it make sense to you?
Conscious thought, then, is the master of this sun center from which the life and energy of the entire body flows, and the quality of the thought which we entertain determines the quality of the thought with which this sun will radiate. And the character, and then nature. What's the difference in the quality, character, and nature of these thoughts? Do you know? Why does he mention each one of those? What do you think?
I don't know.
I mean, he repeats that whole part.
What is your take on that?
Well, I'm not sure. The nature of the thought, or the character of the thought, or the quality, maybe he just wants to repeat it to make sure we get it, but I
think
see a
he's
lot of
using
difference.
3 different terms for basically saying the same thing.
I think he might.
How we shape or mold, I mean, I could use the word shape or I could use the word mold.
Right.
How we shape or mold the experience is going to be based on how my thoughts are shaped.
So what I get from that is that the way I think in my conscious mind is going to determine the way I think in my subconscious mind. So I'm think what it's, how do I say this? When we walk on fire, Ed Weed says the way you walk across the fire is the way you do everything in life. And I think this is saying the same thing, basically, that the way you think up here is the way it's going to come out down here. Because this doesn't think.
Yes.
This just does.
Acts.
It just acts on what it's been given. So it's more or less like a computer that when I put good stuff in, good stuff comes out. If I put bad stuff in, bad stuff comes out. So the quality of the thoughts here is going to determine the quality here. And the nature or the, whatever that goes in here is going to be the way it's done here.
So if I conjure the thought or think the thought in anger or out of resentment or whatever, then what I'm going to get out of it is going to be wrought with anger and resentment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I put it in with joy and happiness, I'm going to get joy and happiness out of it.
Right. So I think the most important part of this is at the very beginning where it says that our conscious thought is the master of this sun center or the solar plexus from which life and energy for the whole body is what flows out. So it's our thoughts that determine how the experience is going to happen, which consequently will determine the nature of this experience, which will result. So when we're thinking good things, we're going to have good experiences.
Right. I mean, how many times have we got up and think, oh, this is going to be a hard day?
And
you've had a hard day.
Yeah. Right.
Or this is going to be a good day. And even though something may happen that you wouldn't necessarily judge as good, it ends up being a good experience. I think it's the same.
Right. Right. But the important thing to me is that we put our conscious thought on it so we can navigate the ship. We get to tell it which way to go instead of just sleepwalking and letting life happen.
A lot of people think life happens to me. And I'm sorry, life doesn't happen to you.
You happen to life.
You happen to life. Exactly. Just because, we're shaping our experience. And that's basically what it's saying.
And we have way more control than we realize.
Way more control. We may not see our individual piece in something that's happening, those surrounding us. But, when you've got, I'm exercising my thoughts and you're exercising your thoughts and they meet, all right, well, that's going to mix up a little bit the experience, you know what I'm saying? But if we're having the same input into it, if we're both thinking, oh, this is going to be good, then however that mixes out, it's still going to be good.
Right. Wow, that's good stuff.
It is good stuff.
Shrink.